तुम मम प्रियतम कान्हा, कान्हा कान्हा कान्हा। 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 हो कान्हा अब लो नहीं जाना, हो कान्हा अब लो नहीं जाना, हो कान्हा अब लो नहीं जाना, हो कान्हा अब लो नहीं जाना। रहे विमुख तब कान्हा, कान्हा कान्हा कान्हा। 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 कान्हा कान्हा कान्हा, कान्हा कान्हा कान्हा, कान्हा कान्हा कान्हा। तुम मम प्रियतम कान्हा, कान्हा कान्हा कान्हा। तुम मम प्रियतम कान्हा, कान्हा कान्हा कान्हा। श्री गुरवे नमः। भगवच्चरणारविन्द मकरंद मिलिंद महानुभावः. In the last class on Chintana, we understood that our Gurudev, who is a Siddha, which means that he has a spiritual form in the spiritual world and he is a parikar of Sri Krishna. And in this world he is acting like a guru. And then for our sake, out of compassion, in order to teach us sadhana, he acts like a sadhaka. And then he instructs us in various aspects of sadhana. So mostly in the Braj Bhakti, all the Rasikacharyas wrote a lot of literature, Kirtan, in which they describe Nam, Roop, Gun, Leela, Dham, Parikar of Sri Krishna. And then they also give us what is the method of doing sadhana. And in the last class, we saw how he teaches us the first step in Artha Bhavana, which is to consider Sri Krishna as our beloved and say to Sri Krishna, "Oh Sri Krishna, you are my beloved." So when we chant the name of Sri Krishna, when we say, let us say we say Hare Krishna, then we should internally be saying, "Oh Sri Krishna, you are my beloved." And when we do that, we keep on doing this Artha Bhavana while singing these kirtans, what will happen? That Artha Bhavana will go into our heart and it become a emotion. So we get mamatva for Sri Krishna. So when we chant, when we take the name of Sri Krishna, we don't have to do that Artha Bhavana. That Artha Bhavana we have practiced while doing kirtan, right? We will chant with that feeling, with the consideration that Sri Krishna is my beloved. So with that bhava we will be chanting. And in this class we want to introduce a new concept. What is the concept?
Concept is sadhaka deha.
Sadhaka deha. So we are introducing a concept of sadhaka deha. So now the siddha, as we told in the last class, is acting like a sadhaka. Because siddha knows how to play his role, he plays the sadhaka role also perfectly. Now with this body, with my physical body, I can only have kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada and matsarya. This body cannot be. For example, his name is Milan. With the Milan's body, he cannot do sadhana, he cannot do artha bhavana, he cannot cultivate any qualities of a sadhaka. Right? So we should first of all try to create this sadhaka deha within us. Right? And this sadhaka deha has many qualities. So all these qualities are described. How a sadhaka thinks, how a sadhaka feels, how he relates to Sri Krishna. All these various characteristics of a sadhaka are described in various kirtans. So which we will be covering one by one in each of our classes. So the first quality of a sadhaka which we covered in the last class was that to do artha bhavana and cultivate mamatvaina. Cultivation of love is the first quality of a sadhaka, right? So now just like you want to give the example of an actor, how, you know, when a director trains.
Just like the actor, he wants to learn the art of acting, and he submit himself to the director, and director give him a text in front of him. But before that, he is telling him, if you want to learn the method of acting, first thing is that you have to forget your identity, because in this identity you cannot play any role except your own role. So I will teach you the method of acting, and then when you learn the method of acting, you will be able to play any role after that. So slowly he is doing workshop with him. From the beginning he is giving him, he just read the text. Just like we as a sadhaka, we read the text which is the perfect sadhaka is telling us. So he also reads this text, and by slowly reading the text, he gets to know what is his role, and more is reading the text and more is doing the artha bhavana of the text, and working together with the director. Slowly he develops emotion for the character of the actor.
Yeah. So first you are saying that when he goes to a director, he is not directly preparing himself for the role which he has to play. Let us say he is expected to play Hamlet or Lakshmana or whatever role. He is not preparing for the role. First he is preparing to be an actor who plays any role. So once he gets an actor's body, then he will be able to play any role, whatever role is given to him. So in the same way, our Gurudev is preparing us to be a parikara in the Leela. Right? He is a parikara in the Leela, he is preparing us to be a parikara in the Leela. Leela is a play. Right? But he is training us, just like the director is training us to be an actor first, he is training us to be a sadhaka first. Right? So when we get this sadhaka deha, internally we get this sadhaka form, then this sadhaka deha will be able to do sadhana properly. This physical material body will not be able to do sadhana. So we have to cultivate this sadhaka deha first. And this he is doing systematically. What is the nature of a sadhaka in various kirtans, which we will learn. So now we'll go to the next line and see what next, after teaching us Artha Bhavana, what next he is teaching us in this line. Ho Kanha ab lo nahi jana.
How can ab lo nahi jana?
Ho Kanha ab lo nahi jana.
How can ab lo nahi jana?
Rahe huve mukh tav Kanha, 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 Kanha.
Rahe vimukh tava Kanha, 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 Kanha.
Rahe vimukh tav Kanha, 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 Kanha.
Rahe vimukh tava Kanha, 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 Kanha.
So, what is he saying in this line? What is the literal meaning of the lines?
The Rasika saint is saying here, my dear Kana, my dear Krishna, you are my beloved. Until now, I did not know this. And instead of loving you and dealing with you, I will become vimukha, I become opposing to you. I turn my back to you.
So, what is the Artha Bhavana of this?
So in the Srimad Bhagavatam, there is a beautiful verse which is explaining why is this vimukkhata happened to us. What is the cause of this vimukkhata? So there is a said, Bhayam dvitiya abhiniveshatasya ishada petasya viparyo asmriti tan maya tam atha
Buddha abhajetam
Udedabhajetam bhakyaika yesha gurudevatam.
Very good.
So, Ishada Petasya, when living entities disconnect himself with Isha, with Ishvara, then he creates the gap between him and the Lord, and then Tan Mayatam, Maya enters in and covers our identity with ignorance. We get, first is Avaranatmika Shakti. Maya has two Shaktis. One is Avaranatmika Shakti, by which she is covering my identity as Atma and giving me another identity. You are the body, and this world become lovable for you.
So when it is covering me with Avaranatmika Shakti, if I was considering myself as Atma, I would be unmukh to Sri Krishna. I would be favorable to Sri Krishna and I will be loving Sri Krishna. So because it is covering my knowledge about my being an Atma, I am not able to become unmukh to him, right? And because it is giving me an alternate knowledge, I am becoming parangmukh to him, right? And I start loving Prakriti. So what happens is that Last time we said that this is not the first time we are doing sadhana. Since time immemorial, in many lifetimes, unlimited lifetimes, we got a guru and he gave us sadhana. But while doing sadhana, what happens is that it is natural for the mind to go here. And when it goes here, what we should be doing?
You should bring him back.
Immediately we should bring him back. If we reconstitute ourselves as Atma and if we follow for those things and if we do Artha Bhavana, all that, then when we experience rasa, there is no possibility of moving there. Even if we go there because we have the test, we said last time that we will pull it back. But by chance, if we are not following this sadhana strictly, when we go there, what happens is that because of our bodily identification, for a second we get engrossed in that. And the moment we engrossed in that, what happens? This Bhagavad Gita shloka.
Jayata vishayam pumsa sangateshu pajayata sangat sanjayate kama krodo vijayata. So by allowing our mind to go aside and become absorbed in something, then he develops attachment to that, and from that attachment comes greed, kama, and then our going down in material existence starts.
Yeah, so this is happening in this line. We are introducing the concept of Maya. This is happening through the agency of Maya. It is because of Maya. Immediately, the moment we get engrossed in that, Maya is covering our identity as Atma, and it is giving an alternate identity, and it is making us vimukh. And but this Maya, the verse is saying Tan Maya, means it is Lord's Maya only. So why this Maya is what? I am, Jiva is Bhagavan's Amsha and Maya is Bhagavan's Shakti. So if it is Bhagavan's Shakti, then why is it making us to go towards Maya, and which is causing us so many miseries which we discussed in the world? Why is Maya doing like that, even though it is Shakti?
So Maya is just like a good servant, and Krishna is like a mother. Just like when mother in house, mother has a son, and that son is not obedient to mother. He doesn't listen, he don't want to do the homework, he don't want to eat and do anything, just want to play. So mother tells to her servant, so now you take some stick and come near him and change your face, become very
scare him.
Yeah. In order to teach him a lesson. So the servant comes and take a stick, say, listen to your mother. So the child become immediately scared and he is running to mother's lap.
Yeah.
So the same way, the Maya is acting as a servant of Krishna, who is teaching us, be obedient to your mother. Just like this servant teaching, be obedient to your mother. In the same way, the Maya is teaching us, be obedient to your master, to your Lord, to your lover.
So you are saying that the servant is not a bad person. She is a nice person. She is engaged to serve the parents, and on behalf of the mother, she is caring this person so that he will listen to his mother. Similarly, Maya is also not bad. It is the servant of Sri Krishna, and it is punishing us. It is making us engrossed in the material world, so that when we get these threefold miseries and we start thinking, why am I suffering? I am looking for happiness and love in this material world. I am not getting anywhere. In the place of that, I am getting miseries. So when I start thinking, then a Rasik Guru, Lord sends a Guru in our life who tells us why we are not getting happiness in this world and why we should take the shelter of the Lord. So the punishment that the Maya is giving us is only so that we take shelter of Krishna. And then finally, why is a Rasik saint giving us this knowledge?
So
Why is he asking us to say this to Krishna?
Racing Saint is giving us this knowledge first to teach us or warn us that be always careful with your mind. Don't allow your mind to go aside and become absorbed in things. You immediately bring him back to the role of sadhaka. And another is that we should take shelter and pray to Shri Krishna for protection. Please protect me from, you are the Lord of that Maya. I am Daivi Yesha Gunamai Mama Maya Duratya. This Maya is your energy, and I am very weak person. I have no ability to fight with Maya. So please you give me your shelter and strength so that I can be attaching myself to you.
Yes, because Maya is Sri Krishna's Shakti, Maya is as powerful as Sri Krishna. So no jiva can actually fight Maya. So that is why Sri Krishna is saying, Daivi Hiyesha Gunamayi Mama Maya Duratyaya. Duratyaya means even with great effort you will not be able to cross it. Mame vaye prapadyante. Who surrenders to me? Only if somebody surrenders to me, then he can cross over it. And so we are reminding Sri Krishna of this. This is his shloka, so we are reminding, oh Sri Krishna, you yourself told in Bhagavad Gita that I cannot overcome this, so I am taking shelter in you. And you protect me from this Maya. So what happens if we take shelter of this Maya? What is Vyasadeva saying about that?
Srila Vyasadeva is saying, Vilaja Manaya Yasya Statu Miksha
Pathe Amuya.
Pathe Amuya. Which means that even Maya, when she sees that Jiva is taking shelter of Shri Krishna, she becomes shy and bows her head down
and then leaves the place. Because as we told before, as we said before, the very purpose of Maya coming into our life is to punish us so that we will fall at the feet of Lord Krishna. We take shelter of Krishna. Now that we are taking the shelter of Krishna, Maya has no work. Just as the servant, if we are obedient to the mother, if the child is obedient to the mother, why will she scare him? She is scaring only because the child is not listening. So the purpose is over. So wherever Sri Krishna is there, Maya cannot come. So Gauranga Mahaprabhu also said this.
Krishna Surya Sama Maya Andakar.
So he said,
this Krishna is just like a sun. When sun appears, the darkness goes away.
Yes. So now the moment we take the shelter of Krishna, and then Krishna protects us from Maya, and then we will be able to bring back our mind. Whenever the mind goes away, we will be able to bring up our mind and do Artha Bhavana and cultivate love. So this element is added in this next line. So last time we learned that we have to do the first step in Artha Bhavana is, O Sri Krishna, you are my beloved. But because there is a possibility of falling down, which happened many times in different lives for us, so we become very careful now when this. So this also becomes a characteristic of the sadhaka deha. When we keep, whenever the mind goes away, then we become aware. Maya can come now and become careful. So when we practice this again and again, this also becomes a characteristics of the sadhaka deha. And each time we practice one of the characteristics of the sadhaka, that characteristic becomes our nature, which means the sadhaka deha is slowly being formed, developed in us. And when we are going to study various other characteristics of the sadhaka deha, when we get all the characteristics, then actual sadhaka deha is formed. 1%, 2%, 3% like that. And whatever percentage of sadhaka deha is formed, to that extent we will be able to very naturally do bhakti. The Milan Ivanovich body will not do naturally. It has to follow in the footsteps of the Rasik saint and then do it. Whatever he is saying, you have to do it. But when you do it, we develop that sadhaka deha, and which that will do the sadhana naturally, and it will be a smooth flow. Very good. So in the next lines, we will gradually go into the next elements of this sadhaka deha. Shri Gurave Namaha. Ho Kanha ab lo nahi jana.
How can ab lo nahi jana?
Ho Kanha ab lo nahi jana.
How can ab lo nahi jana?
Rahe vimukh तव कान्हा 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 कान्हा
राहे विमुख तव कान्हा 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 कान्हा
रहे विमुख तव कान्हा 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 कान्हा
राहे विमुख तव कान्हा 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 कान्हा
कान्हा कान्हा कान्हा
कान्हा कान्हा कान्हा
कान्हा कान्हा कान्हा
कान्हा कान्हा कान्हा
तुम मम प्रियतम कान्हा 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 कान्हा
तुम मम प्रियतम कान्हा 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 कान्हा
तुम मम प्रियतम कान्हा 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 कान्हा
तुम मम प्रियतम कान्हा 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 कान्हा
कान्हा कान्हा कान्हा